guys, welcome back to this channel. I am Winnie. If you're a newbie and it's the first time that you're watching me, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every time that I upload. If you're an oldie, you've come back to watch this face of mine. I love you. Long time. So back again with another look video. As you can see by today's title, we're going to be talking about the 4 things I'm doing differently with my locks this year. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I've got my notes right here on my phone so that I do not forget anything. Oh, but before I get into that, yeah, can y'all see the locks? Like my locks, yeah, my locks is looking good. I can't lie, I'm loving how it's looking, because let me not lie to you, do you know what I mean? Like summertime of 2023, it was not looking this healthy. Okay, anyway, first point is 2024, I'm using 100% natural products. Now, those of y'all that have been watching my video for a while now, you already know that I've been using plant-based products, right? I've been using specifically Drizzle. Drizzle is basically a hydrating spray, and I've been using Inches Pro. Inches Pro is basically an oil that contains a lot of ingredients that helps to promote hair growth, right? And they have been working exceptionally well for me. I will be putting up links up somewhere over here for those that haven't seen the updates and the progress from how my hair used to be before, and obviously for it to get to where it is now. They've been absolutely sensational. However, while I was using Inches Pro and Drizzle, I was just using regular shampoos that you get at like the drugstore. So I believe the last drugstore shampoo that I was using was Treseme's one. It was a biotin one, can't remember what it's called, and it was good, don't get me wrong, it was cool. However, I knew that at some point towards the end of 2023, I knew that I wanted to make that transition of leaving like traditional shampoos alone and using natural shampoo bars. And so luckily for me, when it got to Cyber Monday, I believe, Plant Made were doing a sale on their Rain shampoo bar, and I copped 2, and I've been using it since then. I believe since then I've used it, I want to say 2 or 3 times since recording this right now, and so far so good. It really lathers up well. If you know me well, you know I'm obsessed with, you know, having lather in my hair when I'm washing, because I know there probably isn't no correlation, but I feel like when something's lathering up well, it's washing well, even if that may not necessarily be true, but it is true for that shampoo bar though. And it's made with natural ingredients, so when you finish washing your hair, your hair just feels so nice and moisturized and soft, and you don't get that kind of dry, brittle feeling like you may get with certain shampoos. So yeah, going forward, I just plan to just have solely natural products in my hair. Now, my second point is I'm gonna be retwisting my own locks. So as of filming this now, I'm filming this on the 1st of January 2024, first day of the year, baby. Okay, I actually retwisted my own locks last month, and it was pretty cool, to be honest. I did it very quickly. All I did was I just focused on the actual new growth coming from my scalp. I didn't do the whole thing of like fiddling around with the actual mature the lock itself, but just focused on the new growth. And all I used as well was oil and water to do it. I'm gonna link a video right here, and I was very pleasantly surprised with myself. So back in the day, I did used to like retwist my own hair at some point, and then it just got a bit too much, and then I resorted to like going back to like hair salons and stuff like that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, but the reason why I'm going back to retwisting my own locks, I actually do have a video on that as well, so I'm gonna link that here. But just to summarize it, just in case you want to watch the video after, I want to have more control in regards to what goes into my hair and how my hair is being done, and I can only have that when it's me doing it. And also, if I'm retwisting my own locks, then guess what, baby, it's free. I ain't gonna spend a dime on it. So if I don't have to spend money on getting my hair done, that's money that can be used for other things I want to do this year, like traveling more, or simply just putting it in my savings, right? Third point is no styling. So I did actually speak about this again last year, and I have actually been doing this no styling thing since, I think last August was the last time I styled my hair. I believe it was for Carnival, if I remember correctly. And again, reason why I'm not styling my hair is because I noticed that when I was getting my hair styled, it was, obviously when they're styling it, it's being pulled back quite a bit. And I was also the type of person where I'm not keeping a style in for just a day or two, because in my head I'm like, I've paid for this. Styling makes things so much easier, which I guess to some extent, depending on how you look at it, it does. But as somebody who was experiencing like thinning, especially on like towards the front of my hairline, it's a no-brainer that styling, excessive styling, will result to your hair being damaged. Your edges will soon just do a Casper and will just vanish, amongst many other things. And what I have actually noticed since I've stopped styling my locks since August 2023 is my locks look and feel a lot more healthy. I'm not gonna come on camera and lie. In general, I have noticed that my locks are actually all different sizes. They probably look the same on camera, but they're not. Towards the front, some tends to be quite thin, and it's not even necessarily that it's thinning out from damage. It's just, it has always been that way, but then when there's an issue, you just notice it more. My fourth but not least point is I'm gonna allow it to grow. Now, y'all are probably looking, thinking, huh? Especially if this is the first time that you're watching a video of mine. But I had long locks. Like, my locks were like, I want to say a little bit maybe past my hip length, or a little bit past it, right? And I cut my locks short last year. I didn't just cut it short like once. I didn't cut it short like twice. I believe I cut it short 3 times last year. Because one, I wanted a change. I didn't have healthy roots enough to handle like the length at the time, and I noticed that when I cut it short, my head felt a lot lighter. Because it's interesting, when you have like long locks, you actually don't notice how much like weight your hair has until when you actually either cut it all off or you cut it short. I felt like a new person when I cut it short. My head was much lighter. My hair has definitely been a lot easier to quote unquote manage. I don't even like to use that term, easier to manage, but just so that you kind of understand my point in like basic terms. However, I do feel that because I have been kind of focusing on the health of like my roots and my hair, and I've been focusing on what goes into my body and drinking more water, having more vitamins, fresh fruit, vegetables, yada yada, I do personally believe that at present I am in a position where if my hair was to grow a little bit longer, my roots would be okay if I continue to basically do the bare minimum and, in short, leave my hair alone. I do think that, generally speaking, I don't know how we got here. I really do not know how we got here. And I do feel like even me, myself, I have been guilty of getting caught up in it. But on social media, for some reason, a lot of people with locks be doing the most. Whether that's too much styling, using too much gel and using too much products, you're getting a retwist and you want every single grain of hair to be like tightly in, and a lot of things that are being promoted on social media can actually be quite damaging to your hair. And so it's like, even though I knew these things already, it's very easy to get sucked in on social media, if you know what I mean. And so me just leaving my hair alone to do what it needs to do, to not use excessive products, to not be retwisting all the time, to not be styling all the time, to not even be washing my hair all the time. And I know that that's also a controversial topic, which I don't really want to get into, because I personally believe that everyone should wash their hair whenever they wish. But do what works best for your hair. Find some sort of routine, if you wish, that works best for your hair, that doesn't damage your locks, basically, is what I think is the most kind of important thing when it comes to locks. And also, if possible, follow and listen to people who do the absolute least with their locks, but their locks are healthy. But let me know in the comment section below, what is something in 2024 that you're planning on doing differently with your locks? And if maybe, for example, there's nothing that you're planning on doing differently with your locks, what is something that you've benefited from in regards to your locks that you're going to continue to do this year? Thank you so much for watching this video, and until my next one, take care, be good.